This paper has been filed.
Moving on, the leadership of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, NERD, has suspended its 1-week warning strike, which it embarked upon on Wednesday, May 17. President of the association, Dr. Emeka Oji, disclosed that the association suspended the action for 2 weeks after reaching some agreement with the government on Friday. He, however, stated that the doctors will meet again on the 2nd day of June this year to review progress made with the agreement signed, after which the association will decide on their next line of action. Recall that the resident doctors and the federal government have reached an agreement over the 5-day warning strike embarked upon by the association. On May 17, NAD began a 5-day warning strike to press home its demands after a 14-day ultimatum to the government lapsed. The doctors had mandated, among other things, the payment of all salary arrears for their members, as well as the immediate upgrade of infrastructure in public hospitals. Pat, let's take the first salvo right now. Another party, Labour Party national factional chairman, because Julius Abure was there. All of a sudden, Lamidi Apapa emerged as a factional leader. Now there is a double factional emergence. Leadership, in terms of leadership, now calls himself Callistus Okafor. What do you make of this, especially regarding the integrity of Labour Party as headed by Peter Obi, whom Nigerians have a high trust on in terms of political decency?
First of all, it underscores the argument some of us have held before now, that the Nigerian political culture seems to be rooted in a system wherein everything is tied around a candidate, particularly when that candidate had been privileged to public treasury. Obi has been a governor twice, and so it is believed that he is so privileged to,
go ahead.
It's believed that he's privileged to so much resources.
Okay.
And the critical factor again is how loud was the Labour Party before Mr. Peter Obi had the reason to join them. Two things. First of all, I needed us to understand that is the culture that is playing out. It is the value he had brought into the Labour Party, and the attraction is like the local balance that a tree without a ripe fruit will not receive stones at it. So before, in the middle of his campaigns, there was also the speculation and insinuations that they had no structures, that in other words, he's not going to pull any weight.
Yes. Is that what is trying to play out?
Yes. So that this underscores that, well, that was wrong, those who held that opinion. Otherwise, it shows that there is something formidable. There is an object of threat. Why hence the opposing parties or those who think their interest is at stake is doing everything to plant the tool of divide and rule. Again, another thing that comes to attention is that the Labour Party seems to be an offshoot of the
Labour Congress.
Yes. And now we have Joe Ajiro, a man of character of strength, or who has strength of character, so to speak. Yes. Till except otherwise, So it would have been a thing of it expected that he would have pulled his weight, and in all, even before this third fellow now, we had expected, like you put it, because of the integrity of Peter Obi, him himself had not come out to address a world press conference, because
regarding all these intricacies,
it is expected that foreseeing all that the contending parties can do against his interests and expectations,
he
ought to have carried out due diligence.
Especially.
So the fundamental question here will be, is he trying to tell us in view of the degree of his intelligence and exposure and understanding, not to have ascertained, the legitimacy of who actually,
is the leader of his
can Obi come out now and tell us that he took for granted or he was negligent not to have,
or were there no signs?
No, first of all, no, he ought to. Taking into account his integrity, the level of his intelligence, his exposure,
said, due diligence.
Yes. So we hold him responsible not to have done that.
Yes.
Not to have done that. And all along, even before the one playing out between Abori and Lamidi, it is unfortunate that he seemed not to be part of, except for, like, you can see how bold Lamidi was following the last fracas in court to say Obi, and see the way he commonly made reference to him. And that personally, I got very worried that till this moment he had not come out to, even if he doesn't want to make Lamidi too popular. But the man quoted you that right in the courtroom, you and one other fellow accosted him. So it was expected that he himself, Joe Ajuro, who is the current leader of the NLC, ought to have come out, because there is no way you can divorce their interest. I'm sure that Joe Ajuro understands who should be the actual leader. And borrowing from other parties, major parties like the PDP and APC, they have organs of the party. Like you have something like National Working Committee, Board of Trustee, and what have you. But like I pointed out in my opening lines, that this culture of building everything around one man, can it be that the Labour, they represent the executive organ, that is whoever is to be the real president, but there should be another organ that is higher than the executive cadre, that is talking about the national executive. We should, by now, we don't hear names. If it's in the PDP APC, by now you'll be hearing names, those who constitute the board. And the board actually, by hierarchy, supervises or oversees what happens at the executive level. Then we now come down to talk about the regional leaders, like the fellow now quoting himself. He said he was once a deputy. I was waiting to hear as he was playing. I said, you just mentioned I was once a deputy president, national president. So usually you will mention the region, by the party organs. He does the deputy national presidents are not, they represent South. Thank you.
Or deputy national,
a graphic example,
because Lamidi is the national chairman
southwest.
Yes,
so you should be able to hear, but now you left us in the dark. It's vague to say I was. So that in itself too shows that he's also trying to, perhaps he has gotten his own portion of all that the largest. And so as long as I'm concerned,
he has the money to
it
pay
is
the media.
an instrument of divide and rule. One, for fear of perhaps what is coming, or what they perceive that the legal fireworks that is already on and is still playing out.
Don't you think that this can kick against legal fire?
Clearly so, fundamentally,
because there will be time for witnessing.
No, clearly so. Just like
joining a marriage.
It's like Lalong's experience when the court denied him that he cannot represent.
Yes.
He represents APC.
That's the truth.
So in this case now, while Obi on the face value may think he has a good case and strong evidence and all that, what now they are calling for witnesses. One of such will be who represents the party.
Yes.
Now he's taking it for granted.
Just like a marriage.
Yeah, exactly.
If you know that these people will not be lawfully joined, this and that and that, and you take it for granted, and all of a sudden, that within morning,
complaining to say
an interested party shows up
exactly
and disrupts the marriage.
A very graphic analogy.
That's it.
It's worrisome that Obi as a person, not taking into account his integrity, he's taking this for granted. I am surprised that we ought to be seeing a blow by blow. If by now, can't we have the higher organ of the Labour Party? How come we've just been hearing about national president? Is there no chairman or board of trustees? There must be those who, because it is even the board of trustees in the legal documents, the essence of why they are registered is the those who are board of trustees whose name will appear in the legal documents. Not even the national chairman. They self-oppose of the nature of what they are sued against or what they sue for. So, but now we don't hear who and who constitutes the BOT. We don't know those who constitute the regional leadership. Like in River State, you hear a fellow will come out to say he is the South leader. He has been. I've heard a voice like that. One is this LoveFmph or one fellow like that. Now, in this kind of battle,
and was also blasted, kind of.
So at some point. Yes. So it's expected that usually the national president is not just existing. It's like a tree. These regional bodies are the roots of whatever structure the national president of Labour Party is resting.
So for those that criticize,
it's unfortunate that we can't hear the voices of these the roots,
seeming leaders or the pillars of the party,
because they give legitimacy.
Those people that now criticize, or should I say, counter to this readiness then. When he came out as the Labour Party presidential candidate. So those people that spoke against them not having any meaningful headway due to lack of structure, could it be that they are right in a way?
Again, Felix, I think we should also come within see all this divide in the build up. In fact, right in the middle of the elections. Again, another set of level of organ we expect. They are the governor. What do you call them? The gubernatorial candidates. They also need to add their voice. How come we are not hearing from the state Labour Party chairman or chairwomen, as the case may have,
candidates, chairman?
This kind of battle, I expect to be. In fact, all these things we are doing now is free consultation. Obi should be paying me for this. I'm saying here. These are the people that should be talking more now. If actually he went into this battle, but don't forget what transpired in River State here. I'm close to one of the spokesman to the Beatrice Itubo here, a barrister for that matter. I was saying, you saw the statements he made during the Ikoku Flavor Commissioner, where he said he said those who are fighting, you don't know what they're doing. And a whole lot of people felt this is like an affront. How can you speak again, even if you are looking for favor from the River State governor? So that too could be having a ripple effect again, because usually it's not possible that those who are laying claims, and in fact, I mean, the first thing I'm even supposed to say is that it appears anything that connotes labor is characterized with divided leadership. You recall last time here at edition we were discussing when they were accused of a certain character, accused them of being partisan, and I told you how before even Joe Ajiro, even before Ayuba Waba emerged as the NLC president, how they spent longer time and years fighting over this same character we see playing out at their political party level, at the NLC level too. So it has been, I am the real leader of NLC, this man comes out. So could it be it's a tradition?
Probably.
Within anything that has to do with the Labour platform,
Labour family.
So we are asking, but if it is,
we are actually in Labour.
Exactly. So we are afraid. We are asking right now that in the interest of what P2B represent, can they, have some sober reflection, have some soul searching to say, look, there's great expectation out there. Is arguable to say Obi had a very youthful appeal by the Nigerian youth. So it's not too healthy that they will continue in this manner in the middle of critical moment, legal fireworks of this manner in the nation. So it's also, like you said, it puts a very big question mark. Eventually, even if they were given the opportunity to lead Nigeria, is this what we are going to experience? We're going to continue to see a government that
opposition parties will be cashing in on this now.
Rule and divide,
to solidify their position.
And divide and rule tool is old as the colonial times to keep the people down. Because once you apply the tool of divide and rule, there is little or nothing, no matter how intelligent you are, you can achieve.
It's a cutting edge
so we think
aspect
that
of
it is overdue
negatively
for P2B as a person, what he represents, to quickly come out, mobilize and sensitize the other organs of the Labour Party. Let them come out and tell Nigerians who actually, because there is no way from their conscience, they don't understand who actually, because the National Party don't exist in isolation. He actually draws authority from the grassroots organs of the party. So
right from the local.
These are the real people now that even the media should go and interrogate.
Yeah.
To say, please, who actually represents your national president?
All right, if you're just listening, this is still Mid Morning Conversation. I am Felix Ojogu, your host. Part of is still here. We'll be right back after this short break. Don't go away. Just stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to bring you the latest around Nigeria.
Nigeria has been facing series of issues. We talk about the challenges of the security challenges in Nigeria. It's getting rampant. It's getting increasing and getting worse in every day. Nigerians will not continue like this.
This is Family Love 97.7 News Breaks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Family Love 97.7 FM News Break. I am Felix Ojogu. In Rivers, Governor Wike asks aspirants of the National Assembly to respect decision of the All Progressives Congress. In politics, don't judge me based on performance as minister. That's coming from Akpabio. 10th Assembly, APC chieftain backs Abbas for speaker. Shehu Kuti and the dirty slap on Third Mainland Bridge rages on. In sports, under 20 World Cup, Flying Eagles struggle to beat Dominican Republic. Panic as Oshoala Cups injury ahead UCL final. In the economy, Sovereign Trust grows premium by 20%. 98% e-Naira wallets inactive. Adoption slow. That's coming from IMF. Also in the state of the nation, Buhari leaves legacy of kidnapping, inflation, debt. That's coming from Nigerians. I am Felix Ojogu. Stay tuned.
We have senators, we have House of Rep members who are supposed to be doing what we send them there to do, but are they doing what we ask them to do for us?
This is Family Love 97.7 News Breaks.
All right, welcome back to Mid Morning Conversation. This is still 97.7 FM, beautiful 21st century studios of 97.7 FM here in Port Harcourt. Part of Benin, you are still here. We're talking about Labour Party. I did say a while ago when we were talking, are they in Labour? Because a woman under Labour, of course, you know what it means. Is it that Labour Party is undergoing a Labour moment? Because yes, for us to all of a sudden have three chairmen.
They can't afford to disappoint the critical mass of Nigeria who had seen what Obi represents as a breath of fresh air. They can't afford to do that. Sacrificing their self-interest on that altar will mean a great disservice to humanity and even their integrity. So Obi should quickly, like we insist, not because we have any special interest, but in the process of trying to gain your rightful place, he shouldn't be guilty of wrongful deeds. So he should come out and prove to Nigerians that beyond the online structure, he actually ran on the strength of actual structures in the grassroots.
Offline
and no
structures.
national president of a party can exist in isolation.
Yeah.
We are intelligent enough to understand that he draws authority from other organs, even within the national level. At the national level, it's not just the executive arm. So let Obi come out, let him begin as well. By now, he should be talking with.
Yeah.
He should be inviting all these resources he commits to things that are not strategically relevant. He should commit them to bring, if it's their flight ticket to Abuja, let him provide it, and wherever they are stayed, bring them out
and organize a very robust press
with
briefing.
Proof of legitimacy of what they represent,
and let all these fracas and others
end. Talking
and
come out to either deny or accept, affirm those who lay claims to the national. I think that's just the best way to put this drama to rest.
All right, Pat,
really
I think this is a very important discussion we're having, and because our lines are acting up, we have a new line that we're going to use for this very temporary line. And it's going to be 08033778602. I wanted to catch it on time so that when we start allowing you to talk to us, please call us on 0803 377 8602. Call it again, 080 3377 8602 080-3377 8602. Please call us, and while we are talking, let your calls start coming in, and we'll be breaking and talking to you, since it's a temporary line and we just have to talk to you. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
I'm calling from Kaduna Street.
Okay, what's your name?
Mwabweze.
All right, Mwabweze, go ahead, Mwabweze.
Yeah.
All right.
Your comments, it's like you overlooked one of them concerning the Labour Party leaders' torso.
Okay.
You forgot there was a time all the local government chairmen
Gathered.
converged at Abuja and said it's Aburi that is their Aburi is their chairman.
Yes, in Abuja.
Yes, there was a time they converged against
Media Papa. Yes.
Yes. But in your discussion, you did not take that into consideration. And I don't believe
you also forgotten that there was a time they gathered in Edo State to affirm Apapa, not Abure.
Fine. And there was a counter one in Abuja.
So there has been factionalism in Labour Party.
Let me come in again.
Yes, go ahead.
We tend to also not to put into consideration that it's possible what is happening. It's a kind of distraction. If you allow Obi to give what he's doing now and start facing this one.
Hello.
Not face them as Obi.
But that's not. That's yes. Every political party has hierarchy.
Yes.
Has a structure, including board of trustees.
Yes.
They should be able to counter all these offensives that are coming in diverse manners to distract the presidential candidate. I hope you are hearing. Oh, please call us again, and we are still here on 080.
I mean, who appears in court?
Yes, 080-3377-8602. And hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, we're still talking about Labour Party and the emergence of. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my good friend Felix.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, Pat, I greet you.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning once again. I think if I should greet you in your language, I'll say, Tabra. You will say, me, I never answer well. Yes, I think what Obi is passing through now, we call it a distraction.
Okay.
And if you have been following the gospel very well, even before Christ was betrayed, we saw things like this.
Okay.
But my joy that as we speak today, nobody has ever named his child Judas. Why? Because of the role Judas played before Christ became what Christ is today. So those who have played the role of this distracting Obi, they should go around the whole country to see how sad so many people feel. Not because of the process that is going on in this country today. People are so angry, people are so sad because their vote was not allowed to count. And then some people decide to collect the money here and there, whatever way, whichever way, to see distract this man showing his thoughts. I think I will call and advise them, please, for their own sake, for God's sake, they should know the consequences of what they are doing. The consequence may not be a battle from Obi, no, but God is in charge of what is happening in this country today. And if they control the way they go, is a war between them and God, and not with human being, because we were done our own part and we are doing that to court to have to make sure that he touches the heart of these people who are judges, who are to take decisions on this issue. And if any man decides to be part of it, whatever happens to the person, I think he and the generation will start to answer it. But for as far as we are concerned, we done our part, and we're expecting God to do the best for us. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for lending your thoughts. Pat, this Labour Party issue is kind of generating a lot of reaction.
No doubt it's a distraction.
Because
he must not come out, he must not be the one talking. But right now, nobody appears to be talking on his behalf.
08033778602.
Let us know who is the BOT chairman.
Yes.
We should hear from that. They have the legal responsibility.
Hello, good morning.
To donate representation.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes. My name is Ndubisi. I'm calling you from Mrs. Road.
All right, Ndubisi, go ahead.
Yes, talking about Labour Party, I called because I had your guest, Pat Obiene, saying that I didn't know he left Nigeria for him. Is it the way that he's going to govern Nigeria?
Yes, all of us,
him as a person.
We have that apprehension. We have that apprehension.
Not just to be as a person.
Yes, that's what. Yes, I want to contribute something to that regard.
Go ahead.
I want to say, if you watch Labour Party, PDP, even a peace as it is now, you know that there's no peace. Let me just put it that way. There is a crisis. So why you look like APC's crisis is being withheld and controlled is that there is an authority already on ground that can speak and say this and enforce order. So PDP passed through it and they cannot control it. Labour Party also is passing through it now. What I'm saying is that a man who came out, because this is Apapa, Lamidi Apapa of 18, I have not heard his name before, except now. He said he has been in Labour Party for almost 21 years.
Yeah, he said 21 years. Yes, 21 years.
21 years. Since he has been for 21 years, what is his input? So that is apart. Now, since primaries in Labour Party, we passed the emerged the aspirant of Labour Party, then came to general election. There is a process. After the general election, the result was announced. Again, now P2B went to court, tribunal, that he won the election. After 2 weeks or 3 weeks, that's when this man emerged. Came out that he should be the party leader. My question is that this why? Where is he? Looking at it,
well, that's the question. Yes,
we made mention of it.
He said he has been there for 21 years and all that, and that's what we can see.
He needs to be recognized.
Yes, he needs to be recognized. And Oshuntogo said that is obsessed with recognition. 08033778602. That's our temporary line for this very.
We want to sacrifice the value of the ongoing litigation on the altar of his recognition.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Your name?
Yeah.
Location?
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Chief Comrade Ember.
All right. Comrade Briggs. You're calling from where?
Thank you. I'm calling you from Pete.
All right, go ahead, Comrade Braid. Go ahead.
This is that Obi know who is the substantive chairman of the party. INEC also know the substantive chairman of the party. Who is the person amongst them? Who was the person that submitted the candidate of the party?
Fundamental question.
To INEC.
That is the right person, and that is the chairman of the party. All these people that are coming from left, right, and center, it's people that is coming to destabilize the party.
All right, from what you are saying now, Abure is the chairman of the party.
For me, Abure is the one who submitted the candidate.
To INEC.
Submitted the party register to INEC.
To INEC,
and that
right?
is the chairman. So people don't need to raise their heads up, and some people are just to destabilize the party. So that is why you see Obi, he just leave them and he's so focused on the litigation in the tribunal. And that is a man for they saw that for me. Sitting double with all these things, he should be able to focus on the party and let him have victory if he has victory.
the DOT is giving him backup on the court issue. So let them just finish that. After that, they can now come back to the party and now look at the fighting from the parties and settle that cause. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
If this is
so
true,
much,
which is expected, then they have a right to institute criminal proceedings against him.
Against who? Against this Okafor?
Yes.
What about Lamidi?
That's what I'm saying against Lamidi, because
both Lamidi and even this third.
Abure actually submitted them. So I know can be brought in as well.
Okay, we just have to really confirm that.
If it's confirmed,
yes, that's has to be confirmed.
That's why I said if it is anything to go by, they can't just leave them to be creating news,
playing some political rascality
in the realm of distraction,
in the corridors of Labour Party. Yes,
this is not something you take for
all
granted.
Right.
You arrest them for impersonation.
Yes, 0803377
is a crime.
8602. That's a temporary line. 0803377 8602. 0803377 8602. Still talking about this still mid-morning conversation. If you're still listening, I'm still here with Pat Obene. Call us and we'll talk to you. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Mesoma.
Mesoma Kekwanu.
All
right, go ahead.
Thank you. You see all these problems that are happening in Labour Party. If you ask me, I don't know that somebody is answering, what did they call it?
Lamidi.
I know that Apapa is Apapa levels. I don't know that somebody is answering Apapa.
Okay, now you know.
Now I know.
Yes.
You see, these people want to destroy this party. And allegedly, they have paid them so that they will continue destroying their party.
Okay, allegedly.
Allegedly. I want to say that this party is here. It's happening in 20 years. But in the summer, I have never had this name. I have never had where the come out and tell me this and that and this. This party, nobody is hearing about this party. Except for one person come out and let them people to know them. And they don't want to relax and fight their fight until they get what they want. Let them continue. I can never rely on politicians, because politicians, if you follow them, you will enter inside it. You are starting your house. Instead of you to build your house to stand the ideas, spoken another thing. Let them continue. But what I know that anything that goes time, it will come to pass. One thing can never stop. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Machi. Thank you for lending your thoughts. Thank you for taking our time to call us. We appreciate that. But we're still talking about Labour Party, because I think that's what we just talk right now. I still want us to talk something about a lot of people probably will misconstrue us. We're talking about integrity here. I know that Obi has an integrity. I'm expecting him to do something about it.
What is the needful? Don't just say distraction, leave it. Their distraction has a capacity to also weaken whatever.
Weaken the focus of the party.
So it's not just to say he's focused, that's right. No, you prove it. There are a whole lot of things happening. Is it not the Labour Party fellow now who in Kanu went to obtain or purchase or procure a court judgment that is still a controversy? Even though the judge had come out to straighten up issues. You see, so it's not enough to say Aburi submitted his name. Let there be. That's the problem we have in this country. We take serious things for granted. Impersonation is a crime. If it's true that Aburi actually is the one who INEC recognized to have submitted his name and BOTs are behind it, why don't they come out? Doesn't look young. In fact, okay, perhaps that explains why Lamidi had the violent attack he had in the courtroom. So, but they should go beyond that. If they have, in fact, another thing, you know, this our self-serving, what do you call it? Like somebody put it this way, say stomach infrastructure. Could it be that Obi didn't carefully put the stomach at the level of campaigning? Because now look at it, these leaders, they are all coming from one region. So could it be that when the fortunes were made available, when the goodies were made available, he did not consider there was no even distribution to all the regional
party.
deputy national presidents of the party, and suddenly unfounded fear and speculations and has gone around to say, oh, this man got so much more. Me who played my role in this side, I got nothing. Therefore, I will be available tool to plant. So all these things are not things. When you want to play Nigerian politics, you must be very ready. In fact, the minutest character in the process, you must take them into account.
Yes.
So I'm afraid I'm not
very interested in details. Yeah.
That there are strong sources, because listen to Lamidi once again. He said, "I need to be recognized."
Yes.
Now imagine that he's willing to sacrifice as beautiful, as great, whatever. Let's assume, not considering that Obi has a very strong case. Now he is willing, regardless a party man for 21 years. His attitude, his disposition shows that he is ready to sacrifice whatever value that can come out, all the ultimate value, on the altar of his recognition. And
personal
you as
recognition.
a party candidate or whatever, you take that for granted. I'm just playing the devil's advocate. So if you understand the way the Nigerian politicians play these things, in the process, as you're coasting to your struggle or in the middle of your struggle, don't undermine. In fact, you need to wear this mafia theory of the good, the bad, the ugly. You must always carry along the good, the bad, the ugly. So could it be that along the line, some persons had so much more and only heard at the beer parlor discussion to say, I got nothing. Therefore, I will be a willing tool, to be a crook in the middle of
to pull things down.
So these things must be quickly addressed, because if I'm listening to Lami, if his issue was recognition, I won't even tell others who are telling me otherwise. I will call him one-on-one. It's also a sign. It's not a sign of weakness. It's only in Nigeria they'll tell that Excellency Peter, don't call him. That will show as if you're a coward or you're weak. No. If you're a good general in the war, look at the story. Go and study the story of Julius Caesar. How did he win the war of God? That is, it's only Mark Antony, his great orator, that others we are making him feel as if he needs to take a stiff stand. But it was that his meekness that brought about the victory against the war of God, that now raised the envy from the Asian, the Greek senators.
And sometimes weakness becomes strength. That's it.
Not every time you say because you want to stoop to conquer. I don't even regret to put that in his mind. One time I have to even refer to that literature. Stoop to conquer.
Emma or something like that.
These are very strong leadership qualities. That it's not in every battle you begin to sit on your high horse.
No. Dictate and
no. Sometimes you lay low. So look, if this guy wants to be, let me take the form of an ordinary man and approach him.
After all,
you'll be shocked that if Obi fixes series of meeting with these fellows without even giving that one naira, Felix, take it back. You will be surprised. You will be so satisfied.
That's it.
The same thing applies to the attitude of our leaders.
We expect Obi to show some level of humility. Jesus washed the feet of his disciples.
If you go to the committees and find out what is
for humility's sake,
you will be shocked to know that some of them just want to talk with the senators.
Yes.
That's it.
Just want the senator to see them.
Come and talk with me.
Come and talk to us.
I'm fine. So anybody who undermines such values in leadership processes, and I tell you, you are just you're shooting in the dark. So it's not everything about money. Yes, that may be a factor, but I believe strongly that if we listen to that young man well, he said I need to be recognized.
Yes.
So could it be somebody was making a bit to undermine him? So don't worry, his area didn't give you much votes, so don't even talk to him.
He even came to look for the seat that he was supposed to was supposed to be made for him.
And somebody now mentioned, which we've pointed out, they are BOTs. They actually nominate those who represent organizations in terms of litigation.
And
so
very sensitive.
It's not an all-comers affair. When that's why Lalong had the experience he had in court. He said, "I'm here to represent Bola Tinubu." Because they just say, "No, you can't do that."
We don't know you.
So these things are what at the level of Obi's intelligence. He must not undermine. We are not saying, of course. I started my submission by saying we have a political culture that tends to tie everything around one man.
Yes.
And it's not helping us. That's the mistake the outgoing President Buhari's government made. When you had leadership, party organ, ideology, but all that was swept under the carpet, taken for granted. Everything is Buhari, and here we are. So
including our petroleum ministry.
Can't we build a culture where everybody matters at every material time?
Yes.
So I'm sure that's the fundamental
where everybody
mistake.
counts.
Everybody counts.
Yes.
You must listen to everybody. It must not be money that the person needs. Perhaps the person just want to enjoy the value of I was part of I I participated in
sat
the meeting.
Close to Obi.
I had a handshake with him.
Exactly.
You'll be so surprised that that's what some people value.
Yes.
You know, and you take it for granted.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's high time we review that culture and stop making make some people demigod. In only your privilege or certain offices, you begin to act as if you're a demigod. You begin to undermine those that matters. You know, even if they don't have so much materially speaking, but at least they count. You know, so I think it's a very fundamental blunder. And let those who are saying that Obi should be focused, I laugh because while you say
he should be focused doing the right
distraction
thing,
has a capacity of tainting, no matter how beautiful. So you should take that into account and call the Obi and the BOT leadership and all other organs to quickly do the needful. And after they've done that, if anybody tries to raise his head again, they have a legal responsibility to arrest and prosecute the person for what we call impersonation. Impersonation is a crime. Yeah. We couldn't have resolved as a party to say this is who would donate our legitimate authority, and you come out from nowhere because you got money from our opposition friends to come and distract us, and we just sit back and clap and discuss like a beer
That's a serious.
We should be able to deal with you
and
make that punitive measures so that anybody else who thinks that it is about Ghana must go, he is not strong to come and distract us in a serious business. We will have
they will think otherwise.
You know, so I believe that must be the necessary thing to do, and not just to leave it in the realm of it's just distraction. We just say it like market women. It's just distraction. It's just but the man, look at him. He made really threats. Like after the day he was violent, he said I will go to court the next day, and he actually came.
Yeah.
You know, so and it's not a judge business. It is not a court business to descend from that arena to come and start telling the Labour Party, I recognize you, I don't recognize you. And anybody, it's just like Lalong's experience. Anybody can appear there to say I represent the party. The court will listen to the person. You know, as long as you have proof that you're a member of that party. So we shouldn't take for granted. That's why we are now hammering on relevant authority within the party organ who have the responsibility to pronounce and recognize who they need to recognize. So
what you are advocating part is for probably the BOT to call the Callistus or Kafo to order.
All of them.
And Papa.
And Obi should be part of that meeting because he is the central focus.
Yes.
He is the one that everybody appeals to everybody. So since he's the central focus, he should be in that meeting and give this fair hearing is old as the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Whatever has gone wrong, listen to them first. And make proposals, negotiate. We saw what President Elebola Tinubu did, our beloved governor calling. He said you have to lobby me.
Yeah. That's
you know the face value a whole lot of people are taking about is like, oh,
all right. Thank you so much.
Negotiation and lobby is part of democratic cultures and values. We shouldn't undermine them, no matter whose interest is involved.
All right, thank you so much, Part of BNF, for coming on this occasion, this very show. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
For coming for mid-morning conversation. To be a part of it. You will come again and again and again. You know, there's a statement that we normally make in church. Come again and again and again. Although you are not the first timer, come again and again. Of course, you are welcome. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your contribution. And I also want to take this time off to thank our numerous listeners. Good job you're doing there, listening, keeping faith with us. Thank you so much. And especially those that took extra time to call in. We appreciate you. We give you praise. Yes, we just have to thank you. Thank you so much. And stay tuned to the rest of our programming. 12 o'clock on the dot. We will be coming with the news. We want to thank also the veteran DJ Jamin.
Oh yes.
Thank you for doing what you know how to do best. God bless you all as you stay tuned.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7.
You're listening to the hottest family station, Family Love 97.7 FM.
Stay up to date with the biggest news and current affairs from the local, national and international scene on Family Love 97.7 FM Port Harcourt. Listen to the news at dawn at 6:30 a.m. The news at noon at 6 p.m. News updates at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. And the news in Pidgin English at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. The news on weekends at 12 noon and 6 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays. Family Love, your source for the news.
Welcome to the News Hour.
Good afternoon. Let the spirit of nationalism drive all you think and do as a Nigerian citizen. Sean ethnicity. I am Felix Ojogo with the news on Family Love 97.7 FM Port Harcourt Media Awards 2022 radio station of the year. In the highlights, World Health Organization calls for investment in human resources. President Buhari to commission 650,000 barrels per day Dangote refinery today. Resident doctors suspend strike, extends ultimatum by 2 weeks plus. Government kills 6 in Ecuador tourist town. Details coming up shortly. Thank you for joining us. It's Monday, May 22, 2023. We begin the news this afternoon. We report that the World Health Organization has called for investment in human resources for health by increasing pre-service training, implementing strategies to attract, retain, and ensure optimal performance of highly motivated headquarters in Nigeria. World Health Organization's country representatives in Nigeria, Dr. Walter Kazade Mulombo, made a call at a press conference in celebration of the Global Health Body in Abuja. Mulombo, however, said that the Global Health Body has been supporting the government across all levels to build the capacity of health workers towards improved health resources and services. In the meantime, members of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors have announced the suspension of their 5-day warning strike, which began on May 17. The decision followed last Friday's reconciliation meeting between the association and the federal government, represented by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige. During the meeting, the parties signed a memorandum of understanding with the federal government. Medical doctors, after consulting with its members, decided to resume work today and gave the government another 2 weeks ultimatum to meet its members' demands. Moving on, President Muhammadu Buhari will commission Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals alongside his counterparts from Ghana, Togo, Senegal, Niger, and Chad. A Dangote refinery, established by Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, is scheduled for commissioning today, May 22. The coming on stream of the gigantic project is expected to mark Nigeria's exit from the League of Oil-Rich Nations, which are heavy importers of the petroleum products. The petroleum refinery, with a capacity to process 650,000 barrels per day, is sitting on 2,635 hectares of land located in Dangote Industries Free Zone in Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos, and will provide employment to over 100,000 persons. On the State of the Nation, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has ordered the government of President Muhammad Buhari to account for the spending of $460 million Chinese loan to fund the failed Abuja closed circuit television CCTV project. The court also ordered the President administration to publish the total amount of money paid to Chinese and local companies and contractors and specific details of the names of the companies and contractors and status of the implementation of the project. Honorable Justice Emeka Nwite made the order last week while delivering judgment in a Freedom of Information suit brought by Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP. The suit followed the disclosure in 2019 by the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, that Nigeria was servicing the loan, adding that she had no explanation on the status of the project. Still in the news, a former lawmaker and social critic, Senator Shehu Sani, has alleged that President Muhammad Buhari's government wasted more money but failed to secure the lives of Nigerians. The social critic claimed that about $20 billion was budgeted for defense in the 8 years of President Buhari's administration. Sani's claim was contained in a post on his verified Twitter handle on Saturday. He lamented that over 63,000 people were killed despite the huge budget deployed to the defense sector in the current administration. Still on the State of the Nation, some elected members of the House of Representatives of the 10th National Assembly across the different political party platforms say they will field Speaker and Deputy Speaker candidates. The elected lawmakers agreed to present a consensus candidate which will challenge the candidates put forward by the governing APC. This decision was reached on Saturday after their meeting at the Transcorp Hotel in Abuja, with some speakership aspirants like Aliyu Betara, Yusuf Gadi, Miriam Onua, and others in attendance. This move appears to be in a direct defiance of the zoning arrangement as announced by the National Working Committee of the APC. The party organ zoned the Senate President to the South-South, Senator Godswill Akpabio, Akwa Ibom, Deputy Senate President to the Northwest, Senator Barao Jibrin Kano, and this comes to spark controversy ahead of the inauguration of the 10th National Assembly in June. Here in Rivers State, the governor of the state, Wike, has asked aspirants of the National Assembly to respect the decision of the APC and the President-elect Bola Tinubu. Wike, who disclosed this while addressing newsmen in Abuja, said respecting APC and Tinubu's decision will lead to Nigeria's progress. He made a remark while noting that no president can operate at maximum capacity if it does not have the cooperation of the National Assembly. Meanwhile, the Special Assistant on Digital Communication to President Muhammad Buhari, Bashir Ahmad, has sent out a strong warning ahead of the inauguration of President-elect Bola Tinubu on May 29. Ahmad told people who have no business around the Eagle Square, the venue of the inauguration, to stay away, adding that it is a strong warning from the security. Tinubu was declared winner of the 2023 presidential election on March 1 ahead of Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party and Peter Obi of the Labour Party. A human rights activist, Frank Ene Awaji Ogwononu, has called for synergy between security agencies and residents of the state to tackle the high level of insecurity and kidnapping going on in the state. The human rights activist, who made a call during an interview with correspondent Felix Banako in Port Harcourt, also said the insecurity situation in the state can be managed if the state security agencies can work with residents of communities in the state. He urged the government not to compromise with the activities of these criminals by making them feel the heat of their criminal actions. Take a listen.
Insecurity in the state can be managed if the security agencies come together to work, and if the people also come together and work with security agencies without compromise. One of the things that we are saying that is giving room for kidnapping to keep going on in the land is about compromise. For me, I want to say that let there be strong synergy between the people and security agents in the land. Like we observe that some places people are being killed on daily basis, which ought not to be so. And again, the government also should, in a way, look into the remote cause of why this thing is still happening in the land, even when the government has spent money to purchase gunboats for the Navy and also vans for Nigerian police, and up to now, it's unabated.
Eneawaji also said the perpetrators of these crimes live and hide among people in communities, and there is no need to cover or protect them of their illegal and evil motive.
Crime is committed in the villages, not in the cities. Let's come out and work together. Traditional rulers, the youths, the church, civil societies, let's come together and make sure that we stop what is happening in our environment. Because one, it is creating fear. And because it is creating fear, people are also running from their communities to where they perceive to be safe places. And for them also, it's a difficult thing for them to have nightmare in their communities where they were born right from some years ago. So I pray that the government and the people should also begin to make the people who are in crime to feel the heat of the criminal activities that they're perpetrating almost on daily basis.
And still in the news, some Rivers people are complaining of how most companies' gas flaring activity in their area is adversely affecting both their health and general livelihoods. This was made known during an interview with Family Love News Desk. A resident of Eleme in Eleme local government area said for some years, the wasted products from the petrochemical companies around the area have contributed to serious environmental hazards faced by most residents. Have a listen.
From my observation for the past years that I've been in aluminum and petrochemical is quite close to where I live. When it gets to night, the flaring, the excess gas or the waste products from petrochemical, the burning and the smoke, whole environment there will be light, it will just dry. So is there anything they can do in order to use that waste gas to make another thing out of it and benefit the citizens of this country or the environment? If you see even the fishes that come out from the water, you cannot eat it because as it flows up, it will fill with oil. And all these things in the morning, if a little rain falls, people will be just all those things affect human health. If there is something petrochemical can do, I know petrochemical is operating under the license of the federal government. Let federal government come into it and look for what they can do. Bring an expert trade from Nigeria here because we have them. Add this thing into meaningful items that one can use.
Another person residing in Umuebele 4 in a Chia local government area also complained how gas flaring activities from a company's flow station pose a huge danger to the lives of people around the area. Have a listen.
When I living too close to the train station at Umuebele 4, you notice that every blessed day by day, you see how they were burning the gas, and it will affecting us. And some people that are ignorant, they are still building their house under this pipeline, under this station site. They build their houses close to this flow station. Okay? If you want to see this thing, if you want to witness what I'm saying now, come by yourself, you will see what I'm saying. And people that are ignorant of this thing now build their house close to this flow station. Government are not clear about this. They are clear about their own pocket. They are clear about their families. They are clear about their members. They are not clear about the fellow masses.
You're still listening to Family Love FM News. The news continues in just a moment. Still to come, Monetary Policy Committee may continue rate hike amid rising inflation. Plus other stories. Please stay with us.
Stay up to date with the biggest news and current affairs from the local, national and international scene on Family Love 97.7 FM Port Harcourt. Listen to the news at dawn at 6:30 a.m. The news at noon at 6 p.m. News updates at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. And the news in Pidgin English at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. The news on weekends at 12 noon and 6 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays. Family Love, your source for the news.
Welcome back. In business, the Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of Nigeria will tomorrow, May 23, 2023, commence its 291 meeting to decide on the monetary direction. Over the past year, the Monetary Policy Committee has consistently raised benchmark interest rate in a measure to curb rising inflation. Analysts believe that the Monetary Policy Committee's decision will be to further raise monetary policy rates as inflation is yet to abate. On the foreign scene, report says gunmen in Ecuador opened fire in a restaurant in a beach town popular with tourists, killing at least 6 people and wounding 6 more on Sunday. The prosecutor's office said on Twitter that the attack happened in a busy nightlife area of the town of Montanita on the Pacific coast. It gave no information on the age or identity of the people who were shot. And in sports, Real Madrid's Brazilian forward Vinicius Jr. lives after being sent off the pitch by the referee during the Spanish League football match between Valencia CF and Real Madrid CF at the Mestalla Stadium in Valencia on May 21, 2023. Real Madrid forward Vinicius Jr. has labeled the Spanish La Liga a championship of racists after facing yet another racist abusing his team's 1-0 loss to Valencia on Sunday. The second half of the game became chaotic after Vinicius squared off with the Venetian fans and was later sent off for hitting Hugo Duro during the brawl. That's our package for you this Monday afternoon. But before we go, here are the main points. The World Health Organization WHO has called for investment in human resources. Resident doctors have suspended strike, extends ultimatum by 2 weeks. We also brought you the report that gunmen have killed 6 in Ecuador tourist town. Well, that's the news on Family Love 97.7 FM Port Harcourt Media Awards 2022 radio station of the year as edited by Felix Banako. For comments, observations and coverage of your event, please call our news desk on 0817-156-1690. Follow us on Facebook at LoveFM Family Station, Twitter at LoveFmph977, and on Instagram at LoveFmph97.7. 21st century nations are dependent on qualitative leadership. With all hands on deck, Nigeria will be great. I am Felix Ojogu. Thank you for listening. Do enjoy the rest of our afternoon's broadcast. Good afternoon.
Love, 100% pure. We got the love. 97.7 Love FM.
Plenty things they happen for we family o. Matter wey be say e pass matter, and before you go know am, the tori don waka from ear to ear woto woto. This na the big family tori on top Family Love 97.7 FM Port Harcourt.
Country people, this na big family tori on top Family Love 97.7 FM Port Harcourt, and my name na Evangelist Opunti. Number one big family story we ran for our Ramon today. Now, one 30-year-old heavily pregnant woman arrested in records for stabbing her mate over a back. They can't talk say the records stand for in command. arrested a heavily pregnant woman identified as Eukaria Nikwe. Says she be 30 years old for allegedly stabbing her mate with a knife for failure to wash a back. Can you imagine? They say it was carried that the unfortunate incident occurred on Friday, May 19, for Abeokuta in Oyo State. The teenage girl who identified herself Anyendede from Anambra State, trending video with an open wound with blood gushing out from the rape site of her body. The video was filmed and shared by a concerned neighbor who also narrated the incessant inhuman treatment that the girl has been subjected to. According to him, the girl doesn't go to school sometimes because of house chores. He added that he's been threatened by the suspect husband, Mr. Ndikwe, for daring to raise an alarm over the victim's pride. Oh, can you imagine? The Command Public Relations Officer, SP Benjamin, he can confirm the subject arrest in a statement on Saturday, May 20. The woman was arrested. It was discovered that she is heavily pregnant and was transferred to the Yenda unit of the command, where she will work with the Record State Domestic, Sexual and Gender Violence Agency. While she is there, they will take care of her medically while the investigation is ongoing. Oh, from the hands of the wicked people.
This now the big family story on top Family Love 97.7 FM.
Another big family story will come down for our mom. This one will come from United Kingdom. Because a Nigerian nurse, since her husband relocated her to join him in the UK, she has fallen out of love with him. She lamented her fate as she stated that she was ready to move on with life away from him, as her marriage is yet to produce any children between them. Oh, women, God go see you now. Now, how can you see big family story today on Tom Family Love 97.7 FM? And my name, Nasir Evangelist Opuntish, no touch dada.
Carry my family forever.
Plenty things they happen for we family matter wey be say e pass matter, and before you go know am, the tori don waka from ear to ear woto woto. This na the big family tori on top Family Love 97.7 FM Port Harcourt.
Carry my family for head, if them never chance, I must double up.
We're online 24/7. 24/7.
You're listening to the hottest family station, Family Love 97.7 FM.
Sandra, ọ bụ na ekwentị gị na-akụ. Apụ ya ka ọ kwụba, ọ bụ Emeka. Nwokorobịa anyị matara n'ụbọchị anyị gụrụ nri na nkwari. Ọ na-anọtekwa n'aka n'ekwentị. Mgbe ọbụla ekwentị ya na-anyụ anyụ, ọ na-aka njọ mgbe ọbụla nwere otu ihe anyị na-akpa. Kedu uru ọ bara ịza ya? Ya dere m ozi biko. Isi na ị gaghị aza ya. Emeka, ị nwere ike idere m ozi ma ọ bụrụ na ekwentị gị chọrọ ịnyụ dịka o si eme oge ọbụla.
Chere Sandra, ngazi ekwentị m otu ọbụla o si masị m. Egoro m New Age Power Bank, ekwentị m agaghị anyụkwa anya ọzọ. Ekwenyere m na mkparịta ụka anyị agaghị adị ka isi wee chee nwaanyị ọma. Ị ga-agba mbọ goro nke gị ka ekwentị gị ghara ịnyụ ma anyị na-akparịta ụka ga-ete aka.
Aga m egogorokwa nke m.
Ugbu a ka ị bịara nụ.
Ekwekwala ka ahụcha gị dịka Emeka. Gbaa mbọ hụ na ị nwere New Age Power Bank maka nhụcha.
The anticipation is high in the air, but the wait is over. Heaven is set to invade the earth, bringing miracles, healings, blessings, peace, prosperity for you, your family, your community, city, and nation. Is one word from God with God sent one, Pastor T.B. Peters. One word from God is a special miracle and healing meeting characterized by the miraculous display of God's power through the preaching of the word, gifts of the Spirit, and a strong prophetic thrust. Sick bodies will be healed. There will be financial miracles. There will be academic miracles and a total turnaround of lives and destinies. The date for this event is Sunday, 28 May 2023, and the time 9 a.m. prompt. The venue, Renaissance Assembly, Plot 5, Sani Abacha Road, beside the Sani Abacha Police Station, GRA Phase 3, Port Harcourt. One word from God will change your life forever. Be there.
Money is a dinosaur from our imagination.
Alpha
Ghana, Pitakwa. Yes, so they are correct man. Whether they call systematic or no better place to carry your picking go on the 27th of May 2023. It will happen live for the Premix Hotel, number 6A Old Aba Road, as Family Love 97.7 FM. They do their Children Day party. No forget say the systematic Onowu go there with you.
He don't shele. Ude. My name na Judith Africa. Just follow me the Everglow. That time of the year don't reach again. Love FM Children's Day celebration. The date na 27th of May 2023. This month. The time na 12 o'clock for afternoon. The Everglow. I go there. Ude. Come on, let's go there.
China cannot forget say you hear the voice of Ambassador Chief Okoro P. Onye Chimereze, one of Akanuku Autonomous Community, where they for half you mano. No forget say the gate fee for children now 1,000 naira. Why adults now 500 naira? Come collect your ticket for Family Love FM for we studio waiting for 34 Old Aba Road. Make a no find you there.
PA City, Nigeria, let's go. Lexi Wills Entertainment presents The Groove with DJ Lexi, The Party Good, Season 2.0, featuring Arinze Baba, Danny Spry, Advisor, DJ DSA, DJ Kenny B, DJ Loop, DJ Zangalina, a whole lot more. Music by Maxi, Dororo Kruda, Splendid Aboki Shamashir, Jikume, and King Jeff Lai. Special appearance by Olale Call, the Oscar, the King of the Radio. The Groove with DJ Lexi, The Party Good. Host Kato Gan, MC Senator. Date is 28 May 2023. Time as 4 p.m. Main event 6 p.m. Red carpet 4 p.m. Main event 6 p.m. Venue Eddie's Wine Bar. GRA in Port Harcourt. Tickets regular 3K. VIP 15,000 naira. Gold table 300,000 naira. Diamond table 500,000 naira. Online tickets are www.telloafricatickets.com. The Groove with DJ Lexi. Sponsors Odibala Properties. Event by Monday. Esort. Wazo. More Grace Foundation. Joe Flossie Global. Simbaroba Record. July 1st Studio. 10 May Production. Homesy Beauty. Z Bridge Fashion. Packaged by Aura Event. Powered by Slum Effect. Media Support. Family Love 97.7 FM. The Groove with DJ Lexi. Let's go.
You there inside or outside River State and you they look for where to lodge or host your meetings, seminars, receptions, book launch, personal or group retreat, Abina end of the year party and other activities, then search no more. Oh yes, because Akila Retreat Center don't show. This na Christian Family Center. We get well-furnished rooms we include suites, executive and deluxe rooms, standard restaurants we get indoor and outdoor services, 24-hour security, steady power supply, 3 air-conditioned halls, laundry services. We there for Bishop Crowther Memorial School premises behind St. Andrew's Anglican Church, opposite Shell IA Main Gate, Rumubiakani, River State. Make you come see, confirm for yourself. Our prices they very affordable. For more information, make you call Mike Mukuro for 080-612-67180 or 090-323-93322.
Is your light hiding under a bush? Are you a minister seeking for a platform for expression? Is your ministry yearning for global presence and impact? Then, African Movie Net Television, a national TV station with over 10 million viewers across the Nigeria, is ready to partner with you on our free TV decoder channel 721. You can call 0803-310-0852 for your TV broadcast airtime space or visit us at Family Love FM station near you. Your set time of manifestation is here.
100% love, 100% pure. We got the love. 97.7 Love FM.
Yeah, it's Black Jersey. The way you do it for me, baby, you got me falling. Don't need no Photoshop. Your waistline just got me calling. Don't want no drama. I just wanna be with you. Don't want no trouble. I just wanna rock with you. The way you do it for me, baby, you waistline just got me calling. Don't want no drama. I just wanna be with you. Don't want no trouble. I just wanna rock with you. Pretty bang bang. Shorty not a damn thing. Shorty not a damn thing. Girl, I can't lie. But it give me a suicide. Give me a suicide. Screaming goddamn. When she give me one dance, she just a wounded. Because she get the body in abundance. So girl, wine for the boy, wine for the boy. Move for the boy, move for the boy. So they dance for the boy, dance for the boy. You know you make I want you more. So girl, wine for the boy, wine for the boy. Move for the boy, move for the boy. So they dance for the boy, dance for the boy. Yeah, you know you make I want you more. Yeah, the way you do it for me, baby, you got me falling. Don't need no Photoshop. The waistline just got me calling. Don't want no drama. I just wanna be with you. Don't want no trouble. I just wanna rock with you. The way you do it for me, baby, you got me falling. Don't need no Photoshop. The waistline just got me calling. Don't want no drama. I just wanna be with you. Don't want no trouble. I just wanna rock with you. I don't want no yawa, but you know say the body no be firewood. You the cause wala. Make a brother man high like a parachute. Wine for the boy, wine for the boy. Move for the boy, move for the boy. So they dance for the boy, dance for the boy. See you make a man want you more. Wine for the boy, wine for the boy. Move for the boy, move for the boy. So they dance for the boy, dance for the boy. See you make a man want you more. The way you do it for me, baby, you got me falling. Don't need no Photoshop. The waistline just got me calling. Don't want no drama. I just wanna be with you. Don't want no trouble. I just wanna rock with you. The way you do it for me, baby, you got me falling. Don't need no Photoshop. The waistline just got me calling. Don't want no drama. I just wanna be with you. Don't want no trouble. I just wanna rock with you. I don't want no yawa, but you know say the body no be firewood. You the cause wala. Make a brother man high like a parachute.
Big Smoke, stop.
Guess what? My name is Harry Song, aka Mr. Songs, and I'm chilling with DJ Jamin. You know what it is? Jamin? Let's go. Give it to them.
He go taking you higher. Oluwa don't bless me, oh scatter. Oh. He go bless you, scatter. Oh. See, I'm leaving. Now so I'm leaving. I'm leaving big. See, I'm leaving. Now so I'm leaving. I'm leaving big. Anything where I do, Papa God, you they carry me go. Carry me go. Only you, Papa God, now your blessings they carry me go. Carry me go. Oluwa bless me, oh amen. Bless me, oh amen. He go bless you too, amen. 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 Oluwa bless me, oh amen. Bless me, oh amen. He go bless you too, amen. Amen. Amen.
Family Love 97.7 FM.